So, this is Global Masters Scholarships at Karolinska Institute in Sweden. We don't have that many scholarships in Sweden or in any of the Scandinavian countries anyway, but this is one of those. Now, this is just for masters, not for PhD or bachelor. It's just full tuition. It's not it will not cover everything, that like all of your living costs, which will be quite high, and we'll see that in a second because it's Sweden. But it will cover your tuition fees, which can be quite high. We'll see those in a second too. All nationalities, all subjects. There are no limitations on that. Just for 10 people though, it is very competitive because, like, they state in their own page that like around 1,500 people kind of apply for this, and they give it to just 10 people. Not that many. There is an application required for this, and the admission deadline is January 15. So you gotta be pretty quick about this one if you want to like seize this opportunity. And the scholarship deadline is February 26, 2025. So what it covers tuition fees. Just let's see the tuition fees though. But you need to be able to pay the application fee within the deadline. So that's the only eligibility criteria. So Karolinska Institute, let's see that tuition fee, right? It's about what, like 200,000 200,000 Swedish krona, which is about like 16 to like maybe up to $20,000 perhaps. So it's quite a lot. Like it will still be expensive. We'll see that in a second, but this will give you almost like $80,000. So no, not that 80. If it's 2 years, it's about like $40,000 worth of financial aid, which is quite good. Which is why it's very competitive, because like also a lot of people want to study in Scandinavian countries, Sweden being one of those. And this is not just any institute. This is a very high rank, very high profile education institute. So normally, like when I talk about like whether a university is good or not, I talk about their alumni and whether they have like people like Nobel Prize winners in its alumni. So this university, this school, not only has a lot of Nobel Prize winners, but they actually give Nobel Prizes. So I think it was physiology and medicine. These guys have the people who is like giving out the Nobel Prize winners on that subject. So it's a very, very, very high level of education. It's not a very large school. It's in Solna, it's pretty much Stockholm. We'll see that in a second. And as you can see, they have just 2 scholarships. This is the first one, and this is like the others is pretty much the same, just tuition waiver for 2 semesters. This is for 4 semesters, I believe. Since it's 4 masters, so this is full tuition. The other one is partial. Let's see the university where it is and what it looks like. So here it is. It's pretty much in Stockholm. It's in this, like, I think it's in the Stockholm county, but not in the city center. So it's about 5 kilometers here, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes with car. So it's pretty much living in the capital, which means it will be very expensive. So let's see how much it will cost. So this is Stockholm. It's about, let's see, it's about $1,100, maybe $1,000 per month. That is without rent. And the rent is about $900. Perhaps, like, I think this is outside the city center. So it's like about $1,000. So yeah, I think probably your expenses, including rent, would be about like maybe a little less than 2,000, because usually the estimated expenses of students, as far as I can see from like the university estimations, are about this, like a little bit more than this. Maybe it's about like $1,500 you'll need because students usually spend less. So it will still be quite expensive. You will like maybe $20,000 a year. So this is for masters. It will be 2 years. So keep that in mind. But again, the university is extremely high profile. Like they are giving away Nobel prizes. So yeah, this is the university. If you want to study in Sweden, I know a lot of people do because our videos about Sweden or Norway in that context are very popular. So this might be an opportunity for you because like maybe you can cover like $20,000 a year, but then you cannot pay the tuition fee also. So yeah, this might be the saving grace, let's say. So hang on. Okay, so yeah, this is the scholarship. Not much to be said about this one, much else. If you have any questions, by the way, we have a comment section in the bottom of every page that we have for scholarships or for the universities. You can just leave your questions here and he only answers all of them. He's the founder of Global Scholarships and he answers every single question, by the way. Sorry. So we can click here to go and see the universities page for this. Again, they don't give you much because there's not much information to give anyway. So it just covers your hang on, this is the one. Scholarships provided by KI. Global Master Scholarship, you can just click here. Let's see. Before that, offers around 10 scholarships per year. The competition is high with approximately 1,500 international students applying for the scholarship annually. So yeah. It also is distributed across all the global master's programs. So you can click here to get more information. Important dates, who can apply, what does the scholarship cover? So it just covers the tuition fee, how do we apply, selection process, some of the holders of the scholarship, and then contact. So yeah, this is pretty much it. You can get more information about tuition fees, living costs, and actually, yeah, this might be really okay. Let's see. So about 10 to 14,000 krona. Okay, let's see how much is that in US dollars. 10. Okay, so it's about okay, let's say 14. Yeah, it is about like $1,300, maybe like $1,000 to $1,300. So yeah, the way I see it, usually it's about like a little bit more than this, like what Nambio gives you for an average a single person, because you as a student spend way less than those people. Because like when you add the rent to this, it's about like 2,000, but the university estimates about 1,300, right? This includes rent. Okay, yeah, it includes accommodation, student discounts, student-friendly budget, and then keeping a budget. Okay, so it says living costs and funding, but there's not that much information on funding, like maybe places that you can get additional income. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we have so scholarships is, I'm guessing, the same. And hang on, let's try and see working while studying. Yeah, so you can get more information from here, but on working while studying, a part-time job, common student jobs, tips from our students. Oh, this is interesting. Find how to find an extra job as a student. So 3. Busaha actually, yes, from Cyprus, Turkish person from Cyprus. Yeah, she studied in Istanbul. So yeah, there's a lot of information, by the way, about like finding a job. Do you have any tips for students wanting to work in Sweden? Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask, and put yourself out there. So it's pretty much the same, I guess. There are opportunities for non-Swedish speakers, but it may take some time to find the right fit. So of course, and so this person does not speak Swedish. This person does not speak Swedish. Actually, it's not a problem at all. Stockholm, very multicultural city. So yeah. So Busa doesn't talk about the language, but of course, if you know Swedish, it is better, way better for you. But yeah, apparently, even if you do not know any Swedish, you can still find jobs, and they will be quite high-paying jobs because the average income in Sweden, in Stockholm, is it is high, since it's a wealthy country, which is why it's also very expensive. So yeah, probably what you will be paid will be enough to cover your expenses, hopefully, if you do not spend too much. Anyway, so this was Global Master's Scholarship at Karolinska Institute 2024 and 2025.